I think about my older self a lot, the version of me who's lived her whole entire life and it's now coming to an end, and I ask myself, does she have any regrets? Does she wish that she'd taken more chances instead of staying where it felt safe? Because I know it sounds morbid, but when I think of her, the things that I'm scared to do right now don't sound as scary as the thought of never having tried to do those things at all. And you might know the feeling, the one where time goes by and you ask yourself why you didn't start the thing that you wanted to start all those years ago or months ago, only to look back now and wonder what your life would have looked like if you had started and done the thing that you said you were going to do. Because the thing is, you have two options in life. You can either stay exactly where you are, comfortable and safe, but confined to a life that maybe doesn't quite feel fulfilled or that something's missing. Or you can take a chance on yourself and try something new, and even though you might fail, you make a promise to yourself to try again, especially for those things that might mean so much to you. And both sides are scary, whether you stay where you are or you take a chance, but both sides end with you old and grey. One of them with you wondering what if, and the other ends with you knowing that you tried. So the question that I have for you is, do you stay where you are, or do you keep trying for the life that you actually want? Because the moment that you give up is the moment that you close the door on every opportunity that you didn't even know was waiting for you. And this video right here is not my first time making content online, because I've started and stopped more times than I can count. I started making videos when I was a kid, and I tried again as a teen and countless times as an adult. And people might look at me and think that I'm a failure because I've been making these videos on and off for years and have never managed to stay consistent until now. By having breaks, major self-doubt, I stopped uploading for a while, and I've continuously been overly critical of myself. But creating content, especially long form, is something that I've always loved. And every time I've put myself out there, it's opened doors that I didn't even know existed. And I know that if I don't continue to try and improve my content and grow as a creator, I wouldn't just be letting my younger self down, I'd also be leaving my older self with the biggest what if of her life. Opportunities aren't saved for the lucky ones. They're saved for the people who are willing to try and try and try and try again, and the ones who keep showing up. And what these people do differently is they understand where they are now, they know what's working and they know what isn't, and they actually change it. Because if you keep doing the same thing that's keeping you stuck, you're going to stay stuck. They get comfortable with the uncomfortable. Like for me, that looks like sitting down to film on the days that I'd really rather not, journaling through the self-doubt and knowing that the more you rip off the band-aid, the easier the feeling gets. And it's just all about putting in the reps. They give themselves compassion. They know that they're doing their best with the tools that they have, and they're on their own timeline, and it's not one that's comparable to anyone else's, because at the end of the day, it's not about what other people think of you. It's about knowing in your heart that you are doing your best. And finally, it's to plan less and do more, because it's easy to spend hours daydreaming about what you'll make, what you'll change, and how your life will look like once you do it. But planning is comfortable, and it's in the doing where the actual change happens. So my advice to you would be to concentrate more on the inputs and less on the outputs. It's hard to remember this sometimes because all we ever see online are the wins, the polished moments, the milestones, and the parts that people actually choose to share. But in a pool full of successes, there is an ocean full of failures. And we just don't see how many tries it took. And we don't see the falls and the fails. And we don't even sometimes know if what we're looking at online is even real. What I want to say to you is, don't let this incomplete picture that you're seeing stop you from going after the real thing. Because your win doesn't have to be life-changing. It doesn't have to be impressive. And it doesn't have to be something that you can even post online to share with everyone. There's so many opportunities and they're all waiting for you. It's just a matter of continuing to try and try and try again, and to open as many doors as you possibly can. So imagine that older version of you, the one who has already lived her whole life. She's not asking if you succeeded. She's asking if you wholeheartedly tried your best. So which one are you choosing?